Stacy, did Micron sound the all clear back on the AI semiconductor train?
I mean, look, so I won't comment on Micron as a stock. My colleague covers it. However, I mean, we've seen memory prices going up, a gazillion percent every single day because supply is very tight and prices have gone, and we saw that in their results. And why is supply tight? Big reason of it is because AI demand is off the charts. Like you've got tons of demand for what's called high bandwidth memory. This is the type of memory that gets bundled together with the GPUs and accelerators. Demand for that is still off the charts. They talked about that. I think they're booked out now all through 2026. They're starting to add some capacity on memory, but it takes time. And I mean, I think they seem to think that those constraints and really strong demand are going to continue for at least for now, like clearly well into next year. And I mean, this is, I've said this before. I mean, a lot of investors have been getting concerned about the AI trade and how sustainable is AI demand and everything else. And as I said before, the only ones that really seem to be worried about it right now actually are the investors. The companies that are out there doing the spending and deploying the stuff, at least at this point, have not really sounded any alarm on demand. The only thing we've been hearing is nobody has enough compute. And that does seem to be clear. And again, I think Micron's results, at least for now, still demonstrated that.
And Oracle is not the AI trade. Oracle is a company with a different, perhaps less plentifully available free cash flow that is investing for the future. Like it or not, that's up to you as an investor to decide. But they are not emblematic of the AI trade, are they?
No, I mean, look, so Oracle gets concerned again because they, of all the large hyperscalers, clearly they are the most levered and they're raising debt to do this. Most of the spending, though, at the large hyperscalers is still being funded out of free cash flow. They're not like, you look at a Google or a Meta or an Amazon or whatever. I mean, these are some of the largest, most profitable companies in the history of humanity. And they're not levered at all. Like they're still funding this stuff pretty easily out of free cash flow. So Oracle's maybe in a different category. The other reason Oracle gets a lot of attention is they seem to be very close with OpenAI. And so there's questions that people have about OpenAI's whole model. But in general, what's going on over there is not emblematic of, I think, of how the rest of the industry, at least at this point, is funding this stuff.
Stacy, we're going to talk more about OpenAI with Rebecca Patterson here in a few minutes. But I want to ask this, as a semiconductor guy covering NVIDIA, how tied, if at all, is NVIDIA to OpenAI? Because the fear is if OpenAI were to stumble or show some cracks or whatever it may be, what would that mean for NVIDIA?
Well, it's not just NVIDIA, like NVIDIA and Broadcom and AMD, like they've all got pretty sizable deals with OpenAI. I would say that NVIDIA and Broadcom at least have plenty of sizable deals with others. AMD probably, like at least the near to medium term trajectory, is probably more dependent on the OpenAI ramp even than say an NVIDIA or Broadcom. I think from an AI sentiment standpoint, clearly if something really went wrong with OpenAI, it wouldn't matter how exposed you are or not. I mean, the whole AI trade would come crumbling down probably.